So I got up and I went back inside and I found it, but I wasn't sure what I found because I wasn't sure what I was looking for. And then I couldn't remember that I was leaving. And then they called me and told me I was late, and I got in the car and took off, and then I didn't remember where I was going. And again, as the day kept going like that, you know. And I called for a check-in because it was a little, you know. And I said, oh, this is it, you know. This is what you've been working 25 years for, you know. You're really going to like this, you know. Get rid of friends like that, just forget who they are. You just never remember them again. You know? No, but I was having a lot of fun getting ready for the show tonight. I think I'm going to really enjoy it. We've really gone nuts. We've done things we've never done before this week. And believe me, when we think it's strange, it's very strange. Well, I had some things to tell you guys about tonight that I've discovered. Oh, I know one thing I want. How many people here had a stepfather? Oh, yeah, there they are. Isn't that the concept, step, you know? I've been, step, what is step, you know? When I was about 9, I thought it was because they were supposed to step on us, you know? And I always thought stepfathers were worse, you know? I said, you know, God, if my real father was here, he wouldn't do me like this. Wrong. You know? But stepfathers, I had one of these stepfathers that, in those days, they didn't call them alcoholics. They just liked to drink a little bit, you know? I mean, this guy liked to drink when he was driving, you know? I mean, we see now drinking and driving means going to a bar and having too much to drink and then getting in your car. But he used to drink in his car, you know. Had this little bottle under the seat, Johnny Walker's. I'll never forget the label, Johnny Walker Red. I remember my first experience with it, you know, it was like we were little kids and he came home with this great car and, you know, and we said, oh, he's come over, we're going to go for a ride. And we all got in the car and I was in the back seat, you know. That's where I met God, in the back seat of his car. You know, it was like, after about 30 minutes of him drinking and driving, he started like playing with the line, you know, like the line's supposed to be on the left, but he could keep it in the middle, you know. And if a car was coming, he could pass it on the other side and let it go by him. And he was, you know, showing all these tricks off. So we were in downtown Los Angeles, and they used to have traffic cops, you know, the guys that stood out in the street and directed him. And he literally ran over this guy's foot. Okay? And I'm watching this cop hopping up and down out the back window, you know. Is this reality? Is this it, you know? And then we got to the beach, and he decided we should all learn to swim that day. So he put us up on his shoulders and swam out as far as he could go, and then he ducked down and left us, you know. And I remember driving home, and that was really when I met God. I said, I don't know if there is a God, but if there is a God, I promise you, if you get me home, I'll never ride in this car with this man again, you know. It was like one of the scariest moments of my life, you know. And while I was back there, I started thinking, life, what is this thing like that we're living, you know? I mean, you know, 8 years old, 9 years old, it's kind of hard to really get a complete grip on it, but I'd seen enough to know we were in something weird, you know. You know, right now, if you got ready to, tonight, you could almost walk every place on earth from here. I mean, literally, you could walk up through Canada and go on up through Alaska and cross over into Russia, and you could walk down through Europe, go down to Italy. You might have to catch a boat in Italy to get over to the African continent, but then you could walk all the way down to South Africa. Anybody interested? No, okay. Hey, I mean, it's such a beautiful experience. We're on this round thing floating in space, right? And if you check that floating in space concept, I mean, what are we really floating in? Space? We breathe it, right? Space? It doesn't seem like space to me. I was looking at the full moon one day in the daytime, and it was like you could really say, wait a minute, there's another planet out there. It doesn't look like this one, it's not blue and all that, but there's a real planet out there, you know? And then you start thinking about, can you imagine what life must have been like when we were microscopic? Can you imagine? And we had our own little private bump-in cars, right? Careening off the walls. And then at that exact moment when these two huge universes came together for that very probably too short a period of time, we actually escaped one universe and went into the other one, you know? And then when we got over there, we parked the car, started eating, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Pretty soon we could hear voices outside, I'm not taking care of him. When he gets here, it's your responsibility. You wanted it, you take care of it. And then one day there was blinding light, and then we were here. And all the people were standing around staring at us going, wow, wow, what's it like over there, kid? But we couldn't talk, right? And then when we could talk, we couldn't remember. And now here we are, wherever we are, doing whatever we're doing, right? I think this is a very weird experience. And if you think this is weird, you wait to see what we do to you tonight. A couple of more things I want to say, though. I think this is really important information. I was looking at the Mother Jones Magazine did a report on all the nuclear reactors in the United States. Did you know that all the nuclear reactors in the United States were built on known earthquake faults? You know that? Known. I couldn't believe it, you know. So I called the Atomic Energy Commission. I said, listen, I got a problem here. I just read this fake article about, you know, all the atomic reactors being built on known earthquake faults. And so, yeah, that's true. I said, well, isn't that kind of dangerous? He said, oh no, they've been designed to withstand earthquakes. I said, I beg your pardon. He said, oh yeah, they've been designed to withstand earthquakes, and there's no problem. I said, well, who designed these? Would you mind telling me that? Because I never heard of anybody that could design like that, you know. And he said it was an international group of builders out of Armenia. So we don't have anything to worry about. But we do have to worry about this. In the San Francisco Bay right now, all the nuclear waste from that area has been put into oil drums and submerged in the San Francisco Bay. This is true. And 2 years ago, they sent divers down to see that the barrels were intact. Not only were they not intact, most of them were half eaten away by rust, and there were all kind of new life forms down there. And the old ones were acting different, you know. I can't imagine one day when they'll have to use aircraft carriers to catch shrimp. Only we won't call them shrimp anymore, you know. The Navy today caught 64 blimps, and they're for sale now. So giant crabs attacked the Bay Bridge. News and film at 11. We're headed for something. So in the meantime, let's just have a lot of fun, play like it's not happening, and enjoy ourselves. All right, thank you. Most incredible group of people on the stage today in all of America, particularly in the age of enlightenment in Fairfield. The Bedtime Snack Players. All right. Woo. And we're going to play tonight. So the first thing we're going to play is a great little game. Taxes the instantaneous ability of all the players. It's called, look at this brave guy, he's ready. All right. I think they just walk away and leave us once. Big hand for Alan Harr for being brave. All right. It's called Freeze and Switch. And what we want to know from you, the audience, tonight is, to begin this thing, where are they? Give me a great exotic place where they might be. Ethiopia, yeah, they look hungry, yeah, Ethiopia, okay. And what's the relationship between them? Either a blood relationship or a work relationship? Work. There's a work relationship in Ethiopia.
What kind of work?
What kind of work are they doing?
What kind of work relationship?
We're termite farmers.
Okay, Ralph, you want to give them what kind of work they're doing?
Farmers.
Farmers in Ethiopia. Go.
Okay.
Well, I guess we have to dig in here.
Yeah, the harvest of termites this year is great. I'll tell you. Oh, crunchy. Good.
You can eat them raw?
Oh, yeah. Do you have some salt?
Well, yeah, I do.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I've never tried them like this.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's
Wonderful.
great.
Wonderful. You
Go
have
for
to.
it.
Yeah, the legs are like this.
Ooh, the legs. Yes, the legs.
Yeah.
Okay. I should try this too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
The locusts are nice too.
Can you catch them?
Oh, yeah. Nice.
How many can you catch in a row? Maybe?
Crunchy, yeah.
Maybe-
No, like
Freeze.
All right, I got you covered.
Yeah.
I got you covered.
Yeah. So what?
Well, you don't have your blanket on.
Well, I know, but the fact that you have me covered makes me feel better.
That's true.
I'm feeling warmer.
Good. Now, listen, I just went through training school for
Okay.
farmers.
I'm new. I'm just out of victim school. It's okay. Okay, do you shoot me now? Or... Okay.
No, I don't shoot you now. No,
Okay.
You stand still.
Okay.
I think you should stand.
Then what?
Put your hand up.
Hands up.
I don't know why they do that, but they always do.
I think it's to check the deodorant, maybe.
It's all right. I'll stand back a little bit.
Okay.
Now, what do you think the next thing was?
I think you shoot me now.
No. Walk. changed since you were 3. Changed a lot since you were 3. Yeah. You look the same on the other side here?
Well, what'd you bring me?
Anything you want.
Oh,
Anything
great.
you want.
You've always brought me such wonderful presents.
Yeah.
How about a Porsche this year?
Porsche.
Freeze!
There's a dumber look than that.
Big one. Big.
Keep pushing it down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is
Yeah.
that good? Is that better?
Yeah,
A little
okay.
better?
Let it go.
All right.
No.
No?
It's
A little
still
more?
there.
A little more?
Push it down.
All right, I'm trying.
Okay, let go.
Okay. A little better?
No, it's still
Well,
there.
how about we try this? Push this side.
Okay.
Like that. A
Yeah.
little more. Just
Freeze.
like.
I think we have this spot off. Let's see. Yeah.
I hated that spot.
It's nice and kind of greasy, but the spot's not as big. Well, it's actually bigger, but it's. Let's see.
Let go.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Oh, well
Take it
that.
off.
Well, that hit the spot. Here. Oh, that's good. Yeah, great. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Freeze.
Okay, Igor. Okay. Okay, Igor. Wait, no. Igor, come on, stop. Nice. Okay, ready. Perfect. Okay. Now just stay there. Okay. Don't move. Okay. Perfect.
Don't worry about it.
Great. Wonderful. Okay. Let me see. Okay, what's it? Hold
Freeze!
it. Sunny boy!
Free.
the next experience will utilize the talents of Lali and Dan. We're going to do emo. And in this one, the audience helps us again. What you're going to have to do for me is give me some emotion. All right, let's have a bit right on there. Oh, almost nice.
Oh, you need a pen, huh?
Think of emotions. Think of emotions that you've never seen before. And we will show them to you. Nausea. You've never seen nausea before.
Did you get one? Get a pen? What? Question, good. Tarman.
Okay, some more. Nausea. What?
Ire.
Ire. Euphoria.
Pride.
Pride. Can I hear pride? You all right? One more of this one. Terror. Where are these people? Malta? Downtown Malta.
In a milk factory.
In a milk factory and downtown blood relationship. What kind of blood relationship? Typo kissing mother and son. Okay, typo kissing mother and son. Typo kissing mother and son.
Mother and son.
That's what we got. So be in Malta, and then I'll call out some emotions to you. Have fun. Go.
Okay.
Mama, it's so nice to be here in Malta.
Hold my hand, honey. You
I'm so
never
happy
have.
that you brought me here.
I'm not too sure if I'm that thrilled.
I'm very thrilled.
Nasia.
Strange people. It smells bad here too.
I didn't like what I had for lunch.
Oh. Excuse me.
Pride.
You're such a good boy.
I know, I'm so happy. I ate all those things. Yes, I did.
Don't move me too much.
All right,
That's
I
what I
love you all.
love.
Yes, I love you too. I'm so happy to be your child.
Terror.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
Euphoria.
It's only me. Oh, nothing to be scared of. It was just your lunch.
Ire.
I hate this place. I hate this place too, but I love you. I hate you sometimes. I hate you sometimes.
Oh, I wish I was smaller.
Okay, now we have another version of emo that's called Ajo. So what I need are, give me some numbers, 6 numbers from 1 to 100.
Not all
I
together.
heard 3, I heard 92, 12.
550.
So no faster. That's okay.
99. He said it. I'm just.
69.
All right. Okay.
Oh, Iowa City crowd.
John and Joe. All right. You guys want to place and all that on this one?
You like that?
Well, that hurt. All right.
Okay.
Let's try it again. Where are these people?
Well, it's interesting.
The Caribbean. I like the Caribbean. Yeah, the Caribbean. I like it. He's got the dreads and everything. Okay. Caribbean. And what's their relationship to each other?
Let her work.
Blood or work? Ex-husband and wife. All right. It's an almost blood. It's an ex-blood relationship. All right. So let's start with 12.
Wait a minute. An ex and what? What were your ex?
Your husband and wife, your ex-husband and wife.
We're 12.
Strange.
You're 12.
You know what, Johnny?
In the Caribbean, that's not strange. Go.
You know, like, I'm really glad our parents brought us down together because, like, it's so cool to be hanging out with you down here on the beach and stuff. And you know
What
what?
are you doing with your sneakers tied up there? I don't get it.
Well, what do you like? This is cool. I know everybody doesn't look like a jerk like you. I mean,
What's wrong with wingtips? Let's
hey,
go in.
Johnny, you know, like, when we grow up, can we get married? Because, like, nobody else will talk to me.
Nobody will talk to you.
No, you're the only one who talks to me.
Listen, I'm just getting into girls.
12.
We were 12.
21.
21.
You know, we can drink now? Well, what am I saying? Listen, stay
That's
here
not
for a while.
all we can do now.
Well, we'll go to the bar here and get ready.
92.
What?
92.
Yeah, we shouldn't have done it. Been divorced for 60 years and we're still together. I can't figure it out. I can't figure that out.
It's because you...
It's,
You got my soul.
I can't stay away from you.
Let go. If you just give me my alimony, I wouldn't have to follow you all over the world like this.
All right, give me that.
You son of a...
All right, bring it on, Paul. Every one, give me one.
3.
You walking 3 or not?
I'm a big girl. I can walk. You're just a stupid boy, and you don't know nothing. Get out. Come on.
What did I marry you?
69.
Well,
You're a
You're so-
disgusting old man. You're a dirty old man. I'm so glad I got rid of you.
you're worse than I did where we were married. Did your Social Security check come this month? I
Who
just
wants
deduct that
to
from my
know?
alimony.
Is my
check.
ex-husband talking to me?
Is your ex-husband talking to you? What kind of game? You been to one of these group encounter sessions or something? You talk funny now.
I
Okay.
talk funny.
Used to be talk sort of normal.
Is there a noise in this room?
What do you mean?
There's a smell in this room.
All right. Okay, now me and my friend Paul, we're going to do something for our freedom. Now, this doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, no.
You think? Sure? This is called the Perennial Twins and Gemini. We need nothing from the audience but your rapt attention and prayers. That's 2.
I went
Forward.
and
There,
were
several.
enormous
Kahunzas.
standing
Right?
in
The
aisle.
so
I
picked
one
up
and
bit
my
fingers,
and
decided
that
that
was
not
my
best
type
of
thing.
to
Bite.
so
So I
called
my
best
friend
Judy.
and
She
said
by
you.
so
Anyway,
anyway,
then
she
gave
me
a
Okay, what,
What's he have? Man, what's he have?
if he can take 3 sentences and tell a story, including those 3 sentences in a way not to make any sense, then he will have won. If not, so what you have to do is supply 3 sentences of 3 words or 4 words at the most. The lead-in to sentences even will help. But 3 short sentences. So give me one. Who has a
I
short
got
sentence?
rich.
I got rich. I love it. There's one. So,
Bigger out.
The eruption was followed chickens.
something, what?
Twice as big.
I follow chickens. And the eruption was devastating. The eruption was. Were you in San Francisco recently? No. I follow chickens. The eruption was devastating. We're talking incredible pin. We're talking a huge carbuncle here. The eruption was devastating.
Okay, that smells great.
Mighty Alan Harr. Go.
So I got rich after 30 years, and I had $20, which is more than I've had for the previous 30 years. And the thing is, I took the $20 and I decided to go out and buy a huge kumquat, you know? And the thing is, while I was chomping on this kumquat, I had all of my friends came up and they said, "Oh, hi, you know, we haven't seen you in a real long time." And the thing is, we all slobbered and all the juice went everywhere and everything, you know. And the thing is, we like kind of walked out kind of swaggering and kind of drunk and everything. And when I went out, I noticed that there were a lot of animals out there. I mean, there were cats, there were dogs, there were frogs, there were pigeons kind of walking like this, you know, pigeon-toed and stuff. And anyway, you know, I noticed that there were also some barn kinds of animals like ducks and chickens. And as soon as I saw the chicken being a real brave soul and always kind of chickening out and being a real foul-minded kind of a guy, you know, I decided to follow the chickens. So I, you know, went out and I realized that I have a lot of pluck and I was feeling kind of stupid and everything, you know. And the thing is, I was there and we, you know, we're talking, me and the chickens, and we decided that the buck stops here, you know. The thing is, you know, I really impeccable taste, you know, and so we're like there, we're going against the grain, and we're just kind of like going and struck, you know, the chickens are there, and I'm going like this and everything, just like junior high, you know. And the thing is, we were walking and walking and walking, and we didn't know where we were going. We were going over ditches and open sewers. We were kind of falling in, and it was terrible. But I mean, life is bliss, you know. And we were just walking along, and like anyway, finally we like came to a little bank there, you know, not like First National. I mean, you know, a real bank, you know. And we're out there, and we're really out there, and there's a real, you know, lake there and everything, and there's a mountain, you know. And the thing is, I was looking at this mountain, and I'm kind of there in a real bright, you know, eye kind of thing, like, duh, you know, I'm just there. But, you know, I'm like hanging around with chickens, you know. And so I like go there, and I noticed that, you know, the mountain blew up. It was terrible. There was rocks and this lava and everything, and the eruption was devastating.
So here we go. That was the first half where we do all the great silly stuff. Now we're going to have a great presentation from one of the better singers in the community, Mr. Jennie Tipton. And after that, Ralph will play. And then we're going to feature, so it's not a good time.
Nathan Simpson on the piano. We're going to need your questions soon.
We're going to do one number now and one a little bit later. This first one is from my parodies.
Want the mic?
No. Let's come with this side of the camera.
It's a one.
Okay. Go for it.
song in order to get you in the talking mood was, how many of you have ever been in love? I mean, not just have a crush on somebody, but be head over heels, and then just be loony over it, okay? Now, those of you who can identify with this, have you ever then felt completely exhilarated just being in the near presence of the person? You don't have to be talking to the person, just know the person's somewhere around. And you feel bliss just because of that. Anybody ever felt that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is this fellow's predicament here. And the girl hardly knows he exists. And he is hanging out inside her house just because it's so blissful just being anywhere near her. And when we start this, he has a few lines he talks as he's thinking while he's just in bliss outside her house.
All right. Okay, so we're going to take a short break. We're going to pass out some great things, but in the meantime, we need your assistance.
Any questions that you've written down?
All the questions for Tarmac we need to collect. And we're going to be passing out a snack, so just kind of hang on where you are and we'll be right with you. And in the meantime, Ralph is going to entertain us again with some of that great sound. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Such great music. Isn't this Ayurvedic popcorn delicious? Boy. So now we're going to have... Is it okay? You want to do something with it? You want to make it out? And now the great Paul Stokstad doing readings.
Hey.
Norway.
You guys are in the middle of the campaign.
Sorry.
This is the mic. All right. How many heard the book before? Anybody? Okay. Okay, what this is a book. It's called Anguished English, and this is a section of our show called The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to English. And we always present something that has been cruel in the past to English in hopes that in the future it may not be. So we've been reading, for those of you who hadn't been here before, the history of the world as written by high school and college students. But it's actually some of the mistakes they've made, and so they've all been compiled into one essay about the history of the world. We've progressed, as some of you may know, through quite a few different eras, and we're going to start now in the, let's say we'll start in, I guess we'll start with Shakespeare. Oh, good. The greatest writer of the Renaissance was William Shakespeare. Shakespeare was born in the year 1564, supposedly on his birthday. He never made much money and is famous only because of his plays. He lived at Windsor with his merry wives, writing tragedies, comedies, and errors. In one of Shakespeare's famous plays, Hamlet rations out his situation by relieving himself in a long soliloquy. His mind is filled with the filth of incestuous sheets, which he pores over every time he sees his mother. In another play, Lady Macbeth tries to convince Macbeth to kill the king by attacking his manhood. The proof that the witches in Macbeth were supernatural is that no one could eat what they cooked. The clown in As You Like It is named Touchdown, and Romeo and Juliet are an example of a heroic couplet. Writing at the same time as Shakespeare was Miguel Cervantes. He wrote Don Quixote. The next great author was John Milton. Milton wrote Paradise Lost. Then his wife died and he wrote Paradise Regained. During the Renaissance, America began. Christopher Columbus was a great navigator who discovered America while cursing about the Atlantic. His ships were called the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Fe. Later, the Pilgrims crossed the ocean, and this was called Pilgrim's Progress. The winter of 1620 was a hard one for the settlers. Many people died, and many babies were born. Captain John Smith was responsible for all of this. One of the causes of the Revolutionary War was the English put tax in their tea. colonists would send their parcels through the post without stamps. During the war, the redcoats and Paul Revere was throwing balls over stone walls. The dogs were barking and the peacocks crowing. Finally, the colonists won the war and no longer had to pay for taxis. Delegates from the original 13 states formed the Contented Congress. Thomas Jefferson, a virgin, and Benjamin Franklin were two singers of the Declaration of Independence. Franklin had gone to Boston carrying all his clothes in his pocket and a loaf of bread under each arm. He invented electricity by rubbing two cats backwards and declared, "A horse divided against itself cannot stand." Franklin died in 1790 and is still dead. George Washington married Martha Curtis, and in due time became the father of our country. His farewell address was Mount Vernon. Soon, the Constitution of the United States was adopted to secure domestic hostilities. Under the Constitution, the people enjoyed the right to keep bear arms. Abraham Lincoln became America's greatest president. Lincoln's mother died in infancy, and he was born in a log cabin, which he built with his own hands. When Lincoln was president, he wore only a tall silk hat. He said, "In onion there is strength." Abraham Lincoln wrote the Gettysburg Address while traveling from Washington to Gettysburg on the back of an envelope. He also freed the slaves by signing the Emasculation Proclamation. On the night of April 14th, 1865, Lincoln went to the theater and got shot in his seat by one of the actors in a moving picture show. The believed assassinator was John Wilkes Booth, a supposedly insane actor. This ruined Booth's career. This evening, the Bedtime Snack Theater Review presents a very special guest from the East, one who has marveled audiences around the world with his unbelievable displays of clairvoyance. He will tell you the answers to your questions without actually knowing the questions. He is a great seer, a sage, a part-time pot washer in the Capitol kitchen, and received his name because he was born in a taxing airplane. Please welcome Tarmac, the mildly gifted.
Hard to find good help.
$2 a day.
Tarmac run a straight show.
He wants them folded.
Okay.
Now I will read the answers to the questions without ever knowing the questions. Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. And the question.
What is your favorite rock group? Who was that? is next? Who wrote that? Who is next? Back there. When I get my down payment back on the house in San Francisco.
When I get my down payment back on a house in San Francisco, and the question.
When will we have 7,000 in Fairfield? Sort of anticipated that question. Who wrote that? Who's that? Oh, right here, yeah. Not dying.
Not dying. And the
Not yet, anyway.
and the question.
What is the basis of immortality? Very philosophical crowd. Who's that? Shy one out there, huh? Dead. Hey, my badge. Brussels sprouts?
Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's not all. Wait.
Oh,
$3 an hour, down to $2.50.
excuse me.
Brussels sprouts, peas, and damn quail.
Brussels sprouts, peas, and Dan quail. And the question?
What are your favorite vegetables? I have to go.
Amazing.
I have to go to Ottumwa, to the Moose Club. Last time I was there, they gave me the key to the city. I gave it back.
Okay. Oh, yeah, let me help you with that table. Cool. I'm going to take this down, too, balance it. Okay, so Paul's going to hit another place again. This is a real treat. We're about to experience...
Okay, we'd like to introduce the famous, the wonderful, the pun king, Alan Harr, and his fearless assistant, excuse me, fearful assistant, me.
That's actually chunking, not punking.
Pun king, chun king, whatever he calls it. We're going to do a little more improv here tonight. We need from you a topic, and Alan, the pun king, will, with a little,
Just raise your hand when you have a topic.
or just open your mouth and let it out.
Now,
Subway.
Subway.
that you were going to pick so that you could...
No, I'll deal with it.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Subway.
Okay, well, I'm not trained to deal with this kind of thing, and I might get off the track, you know.
It's
and
an underhanded kind of topic.
yeah, I'm feeling kind of railroaded, you know, but I think we ought to tie the thing, you know.
Really, it's very deep. It's down there.
Yeah. Well, the caboose is loose, I think, you know. I mean, it's in rail, I think. So anyway, okay.
Any other topic? Come on.
Hen's teeth.
What?
Hen's teeth.
Hen's feet?
Hen's teeth.
Hen's teeth?
Teeth.
Oh.
Okay, well.
Oh, we're chicken of that.
Yeah, I have to be a dumb club to answer that, you know. Paul has lot of pluck around here, you know.
But the topic has a lot of bites, you know.
Yes, and as I said earlier, the box stops here, you know, so I don't know.
How are these doing? Topic?
We had to start from scratch, you think? I mean, I'm feeling henpecked, you know.
Yeah. Something with more bite.
I'm feeling a bit
Watermelon.
boosted, huh? Watermelon, which is
Another
a seedy
fruity
topic.
topic.
I mean,
Fruity and seedy.
yeah, this is a real rhyme, you know.
Oh, gee, I see you're missing that.
Yeah, well, actually, I was thinking of a thing like, you know, sort of like telling you that we can't elope, but then you'd say, but then he'd say, honey, do, you know.
Computer games.
Computer game.
Computer games.
Yes.
Okay.
Digital. I'm feeling really digital about it.
Well, did you have to say that?
No, I
I
didn't.
didn't heat up about this. You know?
We'll have to swing these topics.
This is a disgusting thing.
Just drive onto something else. Race drivers? Racism. Oh, good.
Racism.
Good.
Okay, it's
Yeah, that's our favorite.
yeah
It really is.
yeah I mean that's a real black and white issue. Okay.
Next topic? Enchiladas.
Enchiladas?
Enchiladas.
Okay,
Oh,
well
that's a blow south of the border.
this is true. Well,
Corny.
I'm trying to think of taco, you know. Yeah,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. Yeah, that rings
Taco.
true.
It's taco and enchiladas.
This is true. Well, that's
Anything
going.
else?
Wait a second, I have it here.
Oh, Can you believe there's another pun in there?
No, listen, that's a very expanded conversation. I feel swell about that. The thing is, but like
Being
that
big about
don't mean beans. It's kind of going against the grain, you know. So let's change this to cups.
Garbage trucks.
trucks. Okay, well, I've been wanting to fly for a long time.
What a
So,
stinker.
yeah, and the thing is, we ought to trash this skit.
Who thinks? 2 weeks. Thank you.
And now, the poets.
One more shiz. Really?
Been a long time. Somebody wasn't proud of you.
Oh, you did really well.
You think so?
Yeah.
Drop some.
Oh,
You know, stuff they gave away at the
yeah. It's fun. Would you like to come in?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, hold on.
My first step there.
I'll take your coat.
Okay, thanks.
Uh-huh.
I'll take that too.
Sit down. Have a seat. I'll be right back.
It's a charming place you have here. You can certainly do a lot with purple, can't you?
You noticed, huh? How about some tea? Would you like some tea?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, have a seat and I'll put some hot water on and get that going.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, I'm a little tired. Shouldn't be sitting back here though,
You know,
A few falls.
I'm writing poetry now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my brother, my girlfriend's boyfriend's brother, somebody did my chart and said that I should be writing poetry. And so that's what I'm doing now. Would you like to hear some? Apple has them here.
I'd love to, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a little shy life, so I haven't shared this with anybody
Okay,
yet.
go ahead.
This is really close to my heart. I'm me forever.
I like it, yeah. It's a good start.
From Corpus Christi, where I was born, to the tunes in my heart that ring of me now here, that was torn, is now repaired. I'll blow my horn. I need forever, from downs to destiny, from intermingled fate to liberation, slithering free, breaking from Gibraltar, a pigeon flapping. I'm forever me.
It's you.
Oh, you're so encouraging. I'm me forever. From battlegrounds of posterity I come. From impressive deep as heavy hail to the southern fire crawling without fail. To burn up the past and set sail down a river with quails unshackled. I need forever. Oh. From the porcupine tips, I escape the sting to the beehives where I do fling myself. Oh no, not here. I must withdraw on the horns of Taurus. From the kennels of ostracism to the abode of multitudinal gravy. I'm me forever. From the swell of the tide to the eternal crab, to the long journeys back from Corpus, to Sidle once again I'll reach. Really love it.
Thank you. Oh, turn those off.
And now once again, a great song from Mr. Jamie Tipton.
Okay, I guess everybody knows the story of Lancelot and Guinevere and the triangle they form with old Arthur. And this song is sung by Lancelot. And if you remember the first chapter of the Gita, Arjuna's got a rough time between his heart and his mind. Well, Lancelot's in a similar situation here, as he really likes Arthur, respects what he's doing, but he's madly in love with Guinevere. So in this song, he's in a way resolving this conflict as he sings, because he thinks, I gotta leave her. I cannot stay here because I'm messing up my best friend and everything I believe in here in Camelot. But then, as he sits next to her, he realizes that he can't ever. And this is what the song is about.
You will
Could it be in springtime? Knowing how in spring I'm bewitched by you so. Oh, no, not in springtime, summer, winter, or fall. No, never could I leave you at all.
So you've been having fun so far, huh?
Yeah.
So now, as all of our advertisement has indicated, we are going to conclude tonight's performance with a musical. Something that you all will remember. Spamalot.
So we have, here we are, this is our final bit for this evening, and what we have is several different communities. We have the MIU community, but that doesn't count. We have the TSR community, which counts, and the CCP community, which counts. MIU's in the middle, so we can't talk about it. But in this dichotomy between TSR and CCP, there's a lot of confusion about what each one of them does. For example, no one really knows what CCP does. But TSR will tell you. He said that. One of us will push this button. We're practicing tonight. So this is what TSR thinks of CCP. What do the CCP do? When morning program is through, do they do more hostels? High on Camelot? Do they wind their watches or ride home to mom? When they're thrown out of the door, how do they find their way home? Do they ever bother to change their Oxnard clothes? Oh, do CCP do you suppose?
I have been informed by those who know me well. They find me in quite a clever way. When they're so depressed, they cut veggies for a spell. And cutting veggies seems to fill their day. And that's what CCP do. So they say.
They cut veggies.
So they say.
What else do the CCP do? However, CCP has its own feeling about what they're doing and their own opinion. So they can tell us what they're doing and what they're thinking about. Usually, let's confess, it's not women, it's not men, it's not money, it's not omelets. It's food. She's ready. Was made a distant moon ago here. That rice and all is all that we could have. Though Parsons College used to serve some meat here. Yes, Spamalot. Well, meat has been forgiven here since Amherst. And partial protein, that is all we've got. And sometimes when we're hungry, we think fondly of Spamalot. 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 We know it sounds a bit bizarre. But Spamalot. Spamalot. We could have that on TSR. They say the additives are too disgusting. The smell is something that no one can bear. The capital is not the most congenial spot for balancing your diet by eating We'd like to thank you all for coming. We'd like to thank Nancy Berg for coming. Nancy. We'd like to announce that this will be John's last time. John has been with us for a while, and he's going to go on CCP seriously for the next 3 months. So we want to thank John.
Where's the spam over here?
And we got a show from him. Thank you for coming. Come back.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll be singing some more. We'll have a little sing-along for a while we clean up. Please eat all the chocolate. And head to, I think that's stuff.
Get it, Ralph.
Thanks for coming. Come back.
Jan,